Okay, this is an introduction to exponents. You're going to need to take notes on the note sheet I gave you before you start your task cards today. All right, so this is b to the e power. This whole thing is called a power. This is called your base. The b is your base, and the e is your exponent. This is also referred to as the power. Sometimes confuses you when you're thinking this whole thing is also a power. So the base is the factor that is being multiplied repeatedly. The exponent, or the e, tells you how many times to use the base as a factor. All right. So how do you say this? Lots of people say this in lots of different ways, but there's really one correct way. So this should be read 4 squared. 4 squared. When the exponent is 2, it is read as the number of the base squared. Squared. The next one is read 2 cubed. 2 cubed. When the exponent is 3, it is read as the number of the base cubed. All right, the final one is read as 3 to the 5th power. 3 to the 5th power. When the exponent is anything other than 2 or 3, it is read as the number of the base to the exponent's power. All right, now we should all know how to read these correctly. Exponents are really repeated multiplication. So 3 to the 4th power is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. If you take these two and multiply them together, you have 9 times 3, 27, add another 3, 27 times 3, and then 81. This, when you write your exponent like a power, like 3 to the 4th, that's exponential notation. If you write them like products, all expanded out, that's called expanded notation. And again, in words, this would be 3 to the 4th power. 3 to the 4th power. So let's try a couple. So 6 cubed is really 6 times 6 times 6. When you multiply all those together, you get 216. 8 squared in expanded notation is 8 times 8, which is really 64. 2 to the 5th is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. That's 5. And when you multiply that, you get 32. So 2 times 2. You can put it in your calculator using this button. That's that takes any number to a power. 4 in expanded notation is 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. When you multiply all those together, you get 256. And here's 12 squared is 12 times 12, and we all should know that that is 144. All right, one more thing. There are exceptions to the rule here, and we're going to talk more about this in the next unit. But when the exponent is 0, when you have something to the 0 power, like 3 to the 0 power, it's always 1. And I will show you that more closely in the next unit. When the exponent is 1, the answer is always the base. So if I have 5 to the 1st power, My answer is 5. Anything to the 0 power is 1. That's just a little intro. Please turn in your notes to the bin after you're done with them, using them for your task cards. Thanks.